Leading off for Dequeen here in the bottom of the first inning, the left fielder, Sam Graham. And hits the first ball sharply down to right field. That's going to be a base hit for Graham. Going to bring the shortstop to the plate for Dequeen, Easton Patrick. Graham gets his lead, not much of a lead there. First pitch in to Patrick for a strike. Dason Conley on the hill for Camden Fairview. And that pitch hit sharply up the middle, past the second baseman. That's into center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Easton Patrick. Going to bring Logan Patrician to the plate. Dequeen with runners at first and second, no outs. Third baseman Patrician to the plate. And pitch is outside for a ball. Pitch is hit again. Shortstop going to throw over to third, get the force out at third. Max Bradshaw fielded, threw over to Michael Betts for the force out at third. So runners still at first and second, one out. Going to bring Lopez to the plate. And that pitch is going to be hit into right field, and one run is going to come across. Throw cut off in the infield. Mariuzzi fielded it right field. That was a hard hit ground ball past second base into right field. Patrick scores from second. RBI single for Lopez. Brings the catcher Martin to the plate for Dequeen. That ball is down out of the zone. 1-1 now. And ball's down. 2 balls, 1 strike. And pitch misses. 3-1. 3-1 now. And that pitch hit up the middle. That's going to be fielded and touched and double play. Nice job. Herman Gill fielded it, touched the runner headed to second. That was Lopez, and threw Martin out at first. So 1 run across. They're going to leave 1 on. Going to the top of the second is Dequeen 1, Camden Fairview nothing. Ben McKinney leading it off for the Cardinals here in the second inning. First pitch in for a strike to McKinney. One ball, two strikes to the DH, Ben McKinney. 1-2 pitch coming. That one's high. 2-2. Dequeen with one run across the board there in the bottom of the first. Camden Fairview needs some base runners here. And that pitch is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. McKinney, Bostic, and Bradshaw due up this inning. And McKinney asks for time and gets it. 3-2 count. Umpire put the ball in play, and here comes the 3-2 pitch, and McKinney swings long fly ball down the left field side. Count remains 3-2. Full count to Ben McKinney. And here comes the 3-2 pitch, and McKinney swings and fouls that one off to right field. And McKinney again fouls that one over the left field fence in foul territory. Count remains 3-2.
Hey, time it up. You're going to see it.
McKinney battling here. Try to get the leadoff runner here on first. And that hits McKinney in the head after a big at bat. McKinney walks to first base on the hit by pitch. Brings the catcher, number 9, Drew Bostic, to the plate for the Cardinals. And Bostic squares to bunt, pulls back. 1 ball, no strikes.
Leave it up.
And throws back over to first. McKinney back to the bag, safe. Leadoff runner or hitter for Camden Fairview on. And Bostic again squares to bunt and pulls back and ball's in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And McKinney's going, Drew Bostic swings, hits a fly ball to center field. That's going to be a base hit. McKinney's going to go to third, and he is in, and the ball is over and into the dugout, and I'm not sure if they're going to give McKinney home. And timeout called on the field. That ball was overthrown in under the chairs next to the dugout under the coaches. And Coach Keith discussing whether McKinney should get to advance to home on the ball out of play. And Drew Bostic headed down to second. And discussion still going on the third base line of whether the run should be able to come home. And looks like McKinney is going to stay put on third. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. Going to be Zach Moorhead going out to second base to run for the catcher. Drew advances to second on the overthrow to third. So Camden Fairview with no outs got runners at second and third with Max Bradshaw at the plate. Camden Fairview threatening here at the top of the second inning. Dequeen leads 1-0. Throw's going to be back over to third. And
Come on, Ben, be ready, huh?
Max Bradshaw waits the pitch. And kick in, deliver. First pitch to Bradshaw, swing and a miss for strike one.
Let's get the ball to the bat.
And that ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Good job of the Dequeen catcher to keep that ball in front of him. Bounced off to the side, but pass ball on that one would have scored Ben McKinney. 1-1 now is your count. Ben McKinney on third base. Zach Moorhead, courtesy running for Drew Bostic at second. No out, or one out.
Leave it up.
Scoreboard showing one out. There's no outs in the inning. Runners at second and third. And the 2-1 count in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Max Bradshaw.
Real ball up the middle past the pitcher.
And Max Bradshaw swings at a high fastball. 4 out, number 1. Going to bring Quentin Browning to the plate for the Cardinals. One away for the Cardinals here. Top of the second inning. Dequeen leading 1-0. Camden Fairview threatening. That first pitch to Browning is high for a ball. And that pitch is down low, and McKinney's going to come home, and he's safe. McKinney comes home on the ball that bounced out in front of the catcher. Pitcher late to cover the throw to the pitcher, and the tag not in time, so McKinney scores. From third base on the wild pitch. And Quentin Browning Fouls it back.
Hopefully they know that.
1-1 now to Quentin Browning. Zach Moorhead is at third, and that ball's down low.
Hey, one out!
2 balls, 1 strike to Quentin Browning. The pitch is on its way, and that ball's hit in the air, and it's going to be short right field. It might be a problem, but the right fielder comes over, makes the catch, and tags up is Moorhead, but the throw is back, and Zach goes back to third base. Going to bring Dason Conley back to the plate. Dason grounded out to second base, his first at bat. Camden Fairview with a runner at third. Ball game tied at 1. Top of the second inning. 2 outs. And that pitch misses the mark off to the right side of the plate for ball 1. And that pitch in the zone.
Good take.
Strike at the knees to run the count to 1-1. Base hit will score another run for Camden Fairview. That ball's low, and 2 balls, 1 strike. And that ball fouled back. 2-2.
EPA on the ball. Battery pack's charged up. It's just not charging.
Yeah. 2-2 count to Dason Conley. Zach Moorhead at third base. Base hit here, bring Moorhead home. That ball is low, runs the count full. Payoff pitch now to Dason Conley. And that ball's low, and Conley's going to get a free trip down to first base.
Go, Grant. Way back driving.
Grant flew out to shallow left center, his first at bat. Runners at the corners now for the Cardinals. 2 outs, 1 run across for the Cardinals here in the top of the second inning. And catcher fakes a throw over to second. Zach Moorhead doesn't bite. Dason Conley down to second base on catcher's indifference.
Let's go.
Runners now at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Game tied at 1, top of the second inning. And long fly ball, left center field by Grant Jeffers. That's going to score 2 runs for the Cardinals, and a big hit there for Grant Jeffers.
Let travel, Mark.
Brings Mariuzzi back to the plate for the Cardinals. And Utzi swings at the first pitch, fouls it down the right field line. And the pitch to Utsy's high. No balls, 2 strikes. Grant Jeffers at first base with a big hit there to drive home 2 runs. Oh, 2 pitch coming to Mari Utsy. That ball's in the dirt and hits Utsy. Gonna send Mari down to first and bring up Landon Morgan. And Dequeen's going to have a meeting on the mound. Dequeen players back to their positions. Camden Fairview with 3 across here in this half of the second inning. Runners at first and second. First pitch coming to Landon Morgan. He fouls that one back. And Morgan goes around for strike 2. 0-2 count to Landon Morgan. Grant Jeffers at second base. Mari Utsy at first. In the 0-2 pitch, Landon Morgan hits it hard up the middle to shortstop, fielded, and the throw over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. But Camden Fairview scores 3. They lead 2. Headed to the bottom of the second inning. Camden Fairview 3. Dequeen. Leading off for Dequeen is number 2, the pitcher, Shelton, and he hits that ball fair down the third base line, fielded by Betts, and he throws across. Landon Morgan came off the bag to get the throw, but he tagged him out for the first out of the inning. Going to bring Sanchez, the second baseman, up for Dequeen. First pitch to Sanchez in for strike one. And that pitch again hit the Betts, fielded, and the throw across in time for the second out of the inning. Max Pinkerton, your center fielder for Dequeen, up now. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Camden Fairview leading 3-1. The pitch to Pinkerton from Conley misses low. And that ball hit to Herman Gill at second base, fielded, and the throw's over. 3 up, 3 down there for the Leopards. Camden Fairview, nice job by Conley letting the defense work for him. 3 ground ball outs there, and Camden Fairview leads 3-1 headed to the top of the third inning. Herman Gill to lead off the top of the third for Camden Fairview. Gill grounded out to third base, his first at bat here in the first inning. And swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off to the third base dugout for strike one. And swings, that's going to be fielded by the shortstop, and throw is in time. Nice play by the shortstop, close over there at the bag, but Herman Gill thrown out at first. Going to bring Ben McKinney back up. Ben was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Came around to score. And that pitch is low. One ball, and Ben McKinney hits a long fly ball left center field, and Center fielder tracks it down at the wall. That was a great hit by McKinney. Just not quite enough on it. It had the height. If it had the length, that one would have been out of here. Going to bring number 9, Drew Bostic, to the plate. Drew singled in the first inning there to drive home or to get the scoring started for the Cardinals. First pitch was swing and a miss. And that ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that pitch in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs now for Camden Fairview here, top of the 3rd inning. Drew trying to get something started here for the Cardinals and fouls that pitch back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Camden Fairview leading 3-1. That ball high, 2-2. Looked like that was a fastball that got away from him. Up head high. And that one down in the zone. Runs the count 3-2. 3-2 count now. Payoff pitch coming to Drew Bostic. Had some long at bats here for the Cardinals. They've got this pitcher probably around 60 pitches already. And that one's high, and Bostic's going to walk. Brings Max Bradshaw to the plate for Camden Fairview. And Drew Bostic's going to have a courtesy runner. Zach Moorhead going to come in and run for the catcher. And conference on the mound between the Dequeen catcher and pitcher. And umpire is back behind the plate. Everybody is in their positions. Max Bradshaw in the box. And Max looking to keep things going here for Camden Fairview in the top of the 3rd. First pitch is swing and a miss.
Put your head down. Come on, track it.
Oh, 1 count to Bradshaw. And pitcher going to throw back over to first. Zach with not much of a lead back to first base. Oh, 1 pitch is in. That's low. 1-1 now to Max Bradshaw. And that pitch is high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Max Bradshaw. And Bradshaw hits that one off the handle of the bat, fielded by the 3rd baseman. Throw over to first for the out. Camden Fairview is going to leave 1 on, no runs across. Camden Fairview 3, Dequeen 1, headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Good.
Jalen Boyles, the DH for Dequeen, leads off. First pitch from Conley in for a strike.
67.
And that pitch is hit to the second baseman and fumbles it and can't get it out of his glove. Herman Gill having trouble fielding the ball there and couldn't get it out of his glove for the throw over to first. And Boyle's safe at first base. Sam Graham up for Dequeen. He singled in the first inning and tagged out, force out over at third in the at bat. And
Good.
1-1 count now to Graham. And swing and a miss, big swing. And Graham would like to have that one back. Kicks the dirt a little bit, knows he missed an opportunity on that one. And there again, fouls it back. And that ball hit to left field. That ball is going to be down for a base hit, fielded by Grant Jeffers. Pretty quick back into Max Bradshaw.
Your way last time, Max.
Logan Patricia up for Dequeen. Singled in the first inning. One out. Runners at first and second for the Dequeen Leopards. Camden Fairview like a ground ball here for a chance at a double play. And that ball hit in the air over to right field. Mariucci is giving chase. He's under it and going to throw over to third on the tag. And it's going to be way over up against the dugout fence. And the runners are going to advance on the flyout.
Lex, what happened?
So the runner at first base left before the ball was caught on the tag up, and Camden Fairview throws over, touches first base, and the runner's out for the third out. So Dequeen going to leave two on, no runs across, and going to the top of the fourth inning, Camden Fairview 3, Dequeen 1. Quentin Browning to lead it off for Camden Fairview here in the top of the fourth inning. Camden Fairview leading 3-1. Quentin flew out to right field in the second inning. And swings at the first pitch. Long fly ball left field, and left fielder for Dequeen is under it for the first out. Going to bring Dason Conley back to the plate. Conley has grounded out and walked tonight. First pitch to Conley, hit sharp down the third base line, fair ball. That's going to be a base hit single. Conley stopping at first base. Going to bring Grant Jeffers. Grant Jeffers, 2 RBIs in the game off of a base hit there in the second inning. And Grant hits it hard to third base and catches the ball. Third baseman caught the ball in the air, doubled Conley up. And a little discussion out on the field whether it was a caught ball or Lopez leading it off for Dequeen here. Bottom of the fourth inning, Camden Fairview leading 3-1. Dason Conley still your pitcher here for Camden Fairview. First pitch to Lopez is swung and long fly ball right field. Mariuzzi is tracking and can't make the catch. Lopez going to make the turn going to second. Not sure if Utzi misjudged it or it was just over his head. Hard to see from here, but that falls in for a base hit. Double for Lopez brings Jake Martin to the plate for Dequeen. And first pitch in for a strike to the catcher, Jake Martin.
Good pitch, Jason.
And that pitch inside. Two balls, one strike. And swing and a miss runs the count to 2-2. One ball, two strikes. We had an extra one up there. One ball, two strikes. And that ball hit to third base, fielded by Betts. Throw over to first in time. And Lopez is going to make it to third on the hit.
Your way last time, Smalls.
Brings the pitcher for Dequeen up, Shelton. And first pitch to Shelton outside for a ball. And that pitch in for a strike.
Good pitch, Jason. Hard it is from Kelly. That would definitely.
And that ball, two curveballs back to back from Conley. One catches the inside of the plate. That pitch, the last one,
They got two.
caught the outside. One ball, two strikes. One out, runner at third base, and that ball just misses. 2-2 now. Another curveball from Conley. From our position here, we're looking across the plate, straight down the third base line. A little hard to pick up what pitch we're looking at, and that one is outside.
Don't walk him.
Full count now to the pitcher, Shelton, for Dequeen. Runner at third is Lopez. Pitch from Conley is hit to left field. Grant Jeffers, it's going to be a ground ball base hit, or fly ball that fell in left field. Thought Jeffers was going to get under it, and not sure what happened there, but fell in for a base hit, RBI, and makes the count, or the score, 3-2. Courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher over at first base. Brings Sanchez, the second baseman. And that pitch in for a strike. Good looking pitches there from Conley. And that one little low. Keep the ball low. Let's get a ground ball here. Get a chance at a double play. And that ball hit in the gap between short and third base. Going to be a base hit. Going to bring Max Pinkerton to the plate. And Coach Troy Keith going to call time and have a meeting on the mound with his pitcher and catcher. All right.
Go work out of it.
Pinkerton back in the box, and first pitch gets away from the catcher to the backstop. Is going to move the runner over to third base. Tying run now for Dequeen at third. Pitch from Conley is hit to center field, and ball's on the ground. Base hit's going to score a run. Grant Jeffers came over from left field, laid out for it. It was in center field. Umpire calls a balk on Dason Conley, saying he didn't come set. That's going to score the runner from third base.
Hey, slow it down, Dace. Be in control.
Moves the Pinkerton over to second on the balk. The Queen now leading 4-3. The Cardinals just need to get out of this inning, get settled down. That pitch from Conley outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner at second base now for Dequeen. And that ball hit up the middle to Max Bradshaw, fielded, and he makes the throw over. Landon Morgan digs the ball and gets the out. That moves the runner over to third. Going to bring left fielder Sam Graham, the leadoff hitter for Dequeen, batting from the left side of the plate. Runner at third, and that ball, curveball inside. And Graham does a little dance there to keep it off his feet. Time called again by Coach Troy Keith. Just going to hopefully try to settle Conley down, but we're going to have a pitching change. Peyton Schroeder going to come in now and pitch for Camden Fairview. Herman Gill is going to come out of the game. Dason Conley going to move over to second base. Now it looks like Dason going to go to the outfield. Grant Jeffers coming in. Not real sure. Everybody's meeting on the mound. Looks like maybe Grant's going to move to the middle infield, probably over to second base. 2 outs. Schroeder's going to inherit a 1-0 count to the left fielder, Graham. All right, Peyton Schroeder has his warm-up pitches. Graham back in the box for Dequeen. Pinkerton on third base. 2 outs. And Schroeder inherits a 1-0 count. Curveball in for a strike. 1-1. And that pitch misses outside. It'll look good from here, but 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch. And swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third for the Leopards. They have got 3 across in this inning. And that pitch outside. And Drew Bostic slides over, blocks the ball. Full count. And going to walk Graham. Puts runners at the corners. Brings Easton Patrick, the shortstop, up. Patrick has flown out and reached on a base hit in the first inning. That first pitch to Easton Patrick is a ball. Camden Fairview trying to get this third out here to get out of this inning. And that ball's hit in the air. And Grant Jeff is coming in, and he's got it for the third out. Queen's going to get 3 across in the inning, leave 2 on. Going to the top of the 5th, the Queen leads now 4-3. Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Camden Fairview right fielder Mariuzzi.
Go, Mark. Front side through.
Camden Fairview needs base runners here. Top of the 5th inning. They are down by 1 run. First pitch to Utzi is a ball. Second pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. And that pitch low. 3-0 count. And you got to figure Mariuzzi is taking all the way here. And that pitch low. 4-pitch walk to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Puts Mariuzzi at first base. Brings up Landon Morgan. First pitch in for a strike to Landon Morgan. You got to figure Morgan taking all the way on that one as well. And curveball misses inside. 1-1 now to Landon Morgan. Mariuzzi with a small lead at first base. Landon Morgan hits it deep to right field. The right fielder now coming in and going to make the catch for the first out. Morgan made it all the way to first base before he caught the ball. Hit high in the air, but caught for the out.
Let's go, Peyton. Front side through. Good load. Stay on it.
Peyton Schroeder now in the box. First pitch to Schroeder is low.
Hey, short stride. Stay on time.
Fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out for the Cardinals here. Top of the 5th inning. Mariuzzi on first. Schroeder fouls that one back.
Front
To
side.
run the count.
Stay through.
1-1. Dequeen leading the Cardinals here 4-3. Top of the 5th inning. That ball is inside and low. 2-1.
Hey, front side's quiet.
Let's see, with a little bit of a lead there at first base. Not looking to run. And Schroeder barrels that one up center field and giving chase. And that ball's down. Base hit by Schroeder. Schroeder headed to second. And Mariuzzi over to third. Nice bit of hitting by Peyton Schroeder there. Big double. Brings DH Ben McKinney to the plate. Ben has been hit by a pitch and flown out. Going to have a runner come in. Courtesy runner coming in for Schroeder to second base. Going to be Andrew Chambers. Big hit by Schroeder puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Cardinals. Base hit here could score 2 for Camden Fairview. First pitch outside corner to McKinney for strike 1.
Let's go, Ben.
Pitch is on the way. That one catches the inside corner. McKinney behind in the count early here, 0-2. Kenny full protect mode now. Anything close, he's got to swing the bat. And he does. And strike three, strikes out. It's going to bring Drew Bostic to the plate. Drew singled to right center and reached on a walk in the game. Need a base hit here from Bostic to bring the tying run at least across for Camden Fairview here in the top of the fifth inning. And that pitch misses outside, ball one. One 0 count. And that pitch, that pitch was high. 1-1 count. And Bostic fouls the curveball off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And ball's hit on the ground to short, fielded, and the throw is over for the third out. Camden Fairview leaves 2 on. No runs across, headed to the bottom of the fifth. Dequeen still leads 4-3. You know, that caused him to have to swing at a terrible pitch. Logan Patricia leading off for Dequeen here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Peyton Schroeder still in the game on the hill. First pitch is fouled over the third base side. No balls, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter for Dequeen here. That pitch in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Hey, 0-2 right here. Pitch is pitch.
Pitch is in for a strike. Strikes him out. Catches Patricia looking. Schroeder gets the strikeout for the leadoff pitcher here. Leadoff hitter here in the top of the, or bottom of the fifth inning. I'll get it right here in a minute.
Full side.
Lopez coming to the plate. He had a double his last at bat, and that ball hit in the air. Utsi is going over, and he's under it for the second out of the inning. Swings at the first pitch, flies deep right field, but Mariuzzi is under it for the out. Going to bring Jake Martin to the plate. And he's grounded out twice here tonight. 2 up, 2 down. And first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And that ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
Lower half.
Two-zero pitch coming from Schroeder. And that ball misses low. 3-0 count. Opportunity for Schroeder to get one across the plate. And there he got it in there. 3-1. And Schroeder working from behind, but definitely able to come back and get this batter. And that one's high and outside.
Hey, give him some separation. Separate.
Brings Connor Shelton to the plate.
Hey, work out front, baby.
Courtesy runner coming in to the game for the catcher. That pitch looks like it just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes to Shelton. Courtesy runner over at first for catcher Jake Martin, and Schroeder gonna throw over to first. Runner back safe. And that ball fouled back. 1-1. Need a strikeout or a ball on the ground here and get out of this inning. Camden Fairview definitely capable of getting hits tonight and scoring runs, and got a little work to do to come from behind. Dequeen leading 4-3, and swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt gets past the catcher, and the runner runs down to second base on the pass ball.
Be a wall, Drew. You good, bud? You know it's coming. 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And that ball fouled. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We got 2 on plate.
Runner at second base, 2 outs. Grant Jeff is creeping up behind second base, but he's going to go back. That ball is going to be hit. Max Bradshaw fields and not in time. That ball was deep in the hole. Bradshaw had to go over for it. Throw over to first, not in time. Puts runners at the corners. Rowan Sanchez to the plate now for Dequeen.
Get 1 more hit.
Runners at the corners. Sanchez has grounded out and singled. Schroeder going to step off, take a deep breath, and he is back on the mound. Pitch from Schroeder is fouled down the third baseline. No balls, 1 strike,
Way
2
out
outs.
front. Way early.
Oh, 0-1 pitch from Schroeder. And that ball's hit into center field. That's going to score one. And base hit for Sanchez. That pitch hit by Pinkerton into center field for the third out. The Queen's going to get one across. They're going to leave two. Camden Fairview coming up in the top of the sixth inning. Score is 5-3 in favor of Dequeen. Max Bradshaw leading it off for Camden Fairview here in the top of the sixth inning. Dequeen leads 5-3. And first pitch swing hit to second base, fielded, and the throw over to first. Sharply hit baseball, but fielded by the second baseman for the first out. Going to bring Quentin Browning, center fielder, to the plate. And first pitch to Browning, off speed, in for a strike. And that pitch inside, 1-1. One delivery. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Quentin Browning. Runs the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch low and away. 2-2 count. And curveball comes in, freezes Quentin Browning for the second out of the inning. Going to bring Dason Conley back to the plate. Dason is grounded out, reached on a walk, and got a ground ball single down the third base line last inning. Got doubled up on a line drive by Grant Jeffers that was caught by the third baseman. That ball's hit to shortstop, backhanded by the shortstop. Throw is high over the first baseman's head, going to bounce off the fence, and Dason Conley's going to be allowed second base. Couldn't see. I don't know what it hit over on the first base side. Must have gone in the dugout. So it's going to move Dason over to second base. Bring Grant Jeffus to the plate. Umpires having a meeting here again. I guess they're discussing whether or not Conley is supposed to get second or not. Like I said, I couldn't tell whether the ball went in the dugout or hit the fence. I know it bounced back into foul territory. And home plate umpire going over to talk to the Dequeen coaches, and not sure what the conversation was about, but the play is going to stand. Conley is at second. Grant Jeffus at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Camden Fairview trying to get a late game 2-out rally going here, top of the 6th inning. They need base runners and runs across the plate. First pitch to Jeffus is high. Curveball up in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. And Dason Conley being loosely held on by the second baseman. And that ball in for strike, 1-1. And Grant fouls that one back into the net behind home plate. Mariuzzi waits on deck for the Cardinals. If Jeffus can get on here, big opportunity for Utzi to score some runs. That ball inside and a little high. And Jeffus again fouls that one back. 2-2 count. And that ball down and away runs the count full. Payoff pitch coming, 2 outs. Dason Conley at second base. And swing and a miss for the strikeout. Camden Fairview going to leave 1 runner on base. No runs across. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. Dequeen still leading 5-3. Jalen Boyles, the DH for Dequeen, leading off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Camden Fairview needs 3 up, 3 down here. And first pitch fouled back into the net. That pitch hit down the third base line. That's going to be a fair ball.
Back it up.
Leadoff hitter for Dequeen on line drive ground ball. It bounced line drive to about third base and then hit the ground right on the line past the diving Michael Betts. Puts the leadoff man on. And that ball, first pitch swing and hit into right field. Mariuzzi coming up, makes the catch and throws over to first base. Tried to double him up, and the ball gets past Landon Morgan. Brings Easton Patrick to the plate. First pitch to Patrick. This is on the outside. And that pitch, curveball by Peyton Schroeder, misses low. 2-0 count. Runner at second for the Dequeen Leopards. And
Work him up.
Schroeder not getting much help behind the plate. 3-0 count. Ball up in the zone.
It was a strike last, didn't it? Yep.
Going to bring Logan Patricia to the plate for Camden Fairview. Going to draw a walk out to the mound by Camden Fairview coach Troy Keith. The infield coming in to meet on the mound. Just going to slow Schroeder down here a little bit.
Coming back.
Oh. Logan Patricia fouls it behind the plate and off the glove of the catcher, Drew Bostic. He had it in his glove and it popped out. No balls, 1 strike now to
Yeah.
ball misses somewhere. But 1 ball, 1 strike. And going to be a base hit in the hole. And the throw going to come home and cut off by Michael Betts. The runner held at third. Base hit to the gap there in left center field. We're going to have a pitching change by the Cardinals. Going to bring Max Bradshaw in. Dason Conley going to come back in, play second base. Going to send Zach Moorhead to, looks like left field. And Grant Jeffers remains at second. Dason Conley moves over to short. Zach Moorhead into left field, and Max Bradshaw on the hill. Lopez swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Morgan, and the throw.
So how'd the second runner cross home before the first runner did?
Two runs come across on the out at first base. Max Pinkerton is your batter. He is trying to call time, not getting it. And nice job by Bostic to block the ball in the dirt. Big collision at the plate there on the last play. And some argument by Troy Keith on the way that played out and didn't happen. And that pitch swung and fouled down the right field line. The runner and the ball got there at the same time. And that, one ball, two strikes. Queen gets two more runs across. And swing and a miss, and that's going to end the inning for the Queen. They're going to leave one on. They get two more across. We're going to the top of the seventh. Camden Fairview got to have base runners, got to have runs coming up. Mariuzzi leading off for Camden Fairview here, top of the seventh inning. Cardinals trailing and swings at the first pitch and hits it right to the first baseman. He reaches out and snags it for the out. Going to bring Landon Morgan to the plate. Zach Moorhead to follow Landon Morgan. First pitch to Morgan, in for a strike.
Even though it was a ball last half inning.
And that pitch misses away. A 1-1 now to Landon Morgan. And big cut, swing and a miss. Runs the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Lance, see the ball.
Camden Fairview has to have base runners here and swings at it in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, drops strike 3, throws down to first for the second out of the inning. And Camden Fairview down to their last out. Zach Moorhead coming to the plate, be followed by Ben McKinney. If he can get on base, we need him on base here. in the top of the 7th inning. That pitch
Hey, leave it up. It might be a ball.
up and away. And that one in for a strike. 1-1 is the count.
Next one probably a ball.
And that one's down low.
Hey, see it early.
2 balls, 1 strike. Zach Moorhead, his first plate appearance tonight. He's dealing with a little bit of an injury, getting back into action here tonight. And swings, fouls that one back. Runs the count to 2-2. And Zach down to Camden Fairview's last strike here in the top of the 7th inning, if he doesn't get on base. And Moorhead hits it, ground ball, and ground ball to the shortstop, fielded and thrown over to first for the final out of the game. Camden Fairview going to drop a tough one to Dequeen, 7-3. And we'll have JV action here in just a little bit.
ready to go home.
First pitch to leadoff hitter Jason Wolf. Strike.
Woo, good take.
Second pitch in for a ball. 1-1. JV action here. Two balls, one strike now to the leadoff hitter for Camden Fairview, Jason Wolf. Jason Wolf on first base for Camden Fairview. Brody Dow in the box. 2 balls, no strikes to Brody Dow. And that pitch in for a strike. Brody Dow fouls that pitch off, runs the account to 2-2. And that pitch hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, throw over to second, gets the lead runner for the first out of the inning. Michael Betts in the box now for Camden Fairview. First pitch to him is a ball. And Dow running down to second base. He's going to be in. Throw not in time, so stolen base by Brody Dow. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Cardinals here. Top of the first inning, JV action from Dequeen. Camden Fairview drops the first game 7-3. And that pitch out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three and one now to Michael Betts. And the runner's going, and that pitch is behind Betts for a ball. Betts going to move down to first base on a 4-pitch walk. I'm not sure if that hit him or not. It was ball 4 regardless, but that pitch was behind him. Puts runners at the corners for the Cardinals here, top of the first. Ben Davis stepping into the box. And first pitch to Davis, low in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch in for a strike. One and one out. Runners at the corners for the Cardinals. Michael Betts is running and fouled back. Michael Betts back to first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball gets away from the catcher, back to the fence. Going to bring Brody Dow home. Cardinals get a run on the pass ball. Three and two. Matthew Reynolds takes one to the hip, and that's going to send Reynolds down to first base. Going to juice the bases here. Full of Cardinals to bring up number 13, Andrew Chambers. Bases full of Cardinals, leading 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. And first pitch to Chambers in for strike one. Pass ball brings Michael Betts home. 1-1. Runners now at second and third for Camden Fairview. Savage Scantlin waits on deck for the Cardinals. That pitch in the dirt, it's going to bounce back, and Ben Davis fakes coming home, and he goes back to third. Ball thrown over the pitcher. Two balls, one strike to Andrew Chambers. And big swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Full count now to Andrew Chambers. Runners at second and third for the Cardinals. One out. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, dropped third strike. But he said he caught it. So strikeout for Andrew Chambers. Two away for Camden Fairview. Elijah Scantling to the plate for the Cardinals. And that pitch up in the zone. One ball, no strikes. And that one down below the knees. 2-0 now to Elijah Scantling. Base hit here, going to score the third run. JV play 3 runs or 3 outs to get out of the inning. And that ball is past the catcher again. This pitcher throwing a little submarine type action and hard to catch. Some of his pitches there, when they come out of his hand, it makes it tough to pick the ball up for the hitter and the catcher. And that pitch hits a Scantling, going to send him down to first base. Carson Massey to the plate now for Camden Fairview. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Camden's got 2 across here in the top of the first inning. And that pitch in the dirt. And that pitch bounces at the feet of Carson Massey and back to the screen. And runners are holding up. And Coach Keith giving Massey the swing away sign. If you get a good pitch, swing at it, he says. So that pitch is swung and fouled back. Probably a little high in the zone, but the best pitch that we've seen in the last couple of batters there. And that ball past the catcher, and Ben Davis going to come home. Throw over to the pitcher is not in time. 3 runs across for Camden Fairview, and that's going to do it for the Cardinals in the top of the first inning. They score 3 runs, 2 outs, and Dequeen will be coming to the plate. Number 5 for Dequeen swinging at the first pitch. And going to be a base hit into short right field. Two balls, no strikes to the Dequeen hitter. Looks like number 7. Runner at second for the Leopards. That ball is high in the zone and bounces off the backstop into the infield, front of third base. Runner moves over to third. Number 7 walks, puts runners at the corners for Dequeen. Number 12 to the plate. Camden Fairview leading here 3-0 in the first inning. Dequeen threatening and snap throw. Daniel Chambers just about got the runner at third. He faked it to second and threw down to third base. Almost picked him off. Runner moves to second. And that pitch inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball gets away from Chambers. Nobody moves. Another run comes, first run comes across for Dequeen. And Chambers blocked the ball, but it bounced off his shin guard out into the infield between the mound and first base. Coach Troy Keith out to talk to Jason Wolf. Cardinals leading 3-1. Troy Keith off the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. The hitter for Dequeen is number 14. And throw over to third. Checks the runner. He's back safe. Jason Wolf not getting any help from the home plate umpire here tonight. A lot of those pitches look awful close. 3-1 count to the Dequeen hitter, and Wolf's going to throw back over to third. Runner is back safe. And that pitch hits number 14, and it's going to load the bases. Number 4 is at the plate, swinging at the first pitch, pops it up in the infield. Matthew Reynolds under it for the out. Number 24 for the Dequeen Leopards steps into the box. Bases are full of Leopards here in the bottom of the first inning. Camden Fairview leading 3-1. Wolf's first pitch to number 24 is low. And that pitch hits number 24, going to walk in a run for the Cardinals. Oh, I'm sorry, for the Dequeen Leopards. And swinging at the first pitch, and Matthew Reynolds feels it. Throws home to Daniel Chambers. Gets the force out at home. Nice job by Chambers and Matthew Reynolds to be on the same page there to get the force out and keep the Dequeen Leopards from scoring a run. And number 21 steps up for Dequeen. And that pitch over the head of the catcher. One ball, no strikes. And that ball hits to the first base side and takes a bad hop on Matthew Reynolds. Goes into right field, and that run comes across the plate for the third run. So Dequeen scores 3. Camden Fairview scored 3 in the top of the first. Going to the top of the second inning, Dequeen 3, Camden Fairview 3. Leading off the inning for the Cardinals, number 21, Charlie Lewis, takes first pitch, ball one. And big swing, big cut by Lewis. 1 ball, 1 strike now. And fouls that one off onto his leg. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And big cut for strike 3. And Daniel Chambers to the plate now for Camden Fairview. And that ball is inside. Chambers does a little dance to get out of the way of it for ball 1. And high in the zone. 2-0. And Chambers hits that ball in the air to the shortstop, caught for the second out of the inning. Brings Aiden Zimmerman to the plate for the Cardinals. First pitch to Zimmerman, ball 1. That pitch in the dirt, and it's going to go to the backstop. 1-1 count. Two balls, 1 strike to Aiden Zimmerman. Tie ball game, 3-3. And that pitch behind Zimmerman. And must have nicked him there in the back because umpire sending him to first base. So Camden Fairview with a runner here in the second inning. And Aiden Zimmerman going to go to second unopposed. 1 ball, no strikes to the hitter, Haven Adams. And Haven Adams hits it in the gap over on the third base side. Going to send Zimmerman over to third base. Haven Adams with a base hit. Cyrus Bailey coming to the plate for Camden Fairview. Bailey had a walk-off hit in the last JV game to win it for the Cardinals. Cyrus Bailey looking to continue that streak. Base hit here will score Aiden Zimmerman for sure. And Haven Adams making his way down to second base. Unopposed. Catcher's indifference. Haven Adams on second. Aiden Zimmerman on third. Cyrus Bailey in the box. That pitch in for a strike. Bailey get a base knock here to the opposite field. We might score 2 runs. And that pitch outside. 3-1 now to Cyrus Bailey. And Cyrus Bailey is going to draw a walk. Brings Noah Turner to the dish for the Cardinals. Bases loaded for Noah Turner. That ball hits the dirt and bounces to the backstop. Nobody advancing for the Cardinals. Bases full of Cardinals. And swinging a miss by Turner. 1-1 now. And fouled back by Turner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And balk called by the field umpire. It's going to bring Aiden Zimmerman home and move the runners around on the bases. Camden Fairview gets a run across on a balk. And fouled off by Noah Turner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Camden Fairview with a run across here in the top of the 2nd inning. And that pitch is high, runs the count to 2-2. Full count now to Noah Turner. Payoff pitch. And it's high. Turner walks down to an open first base, brings Tony Green to the plate. Tony Green looking for a base hit. Tony Green late on the swing, runs the count to 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that pitch high hits the backstop. Haven Adams coming home, and was he? Haven Adams comes home like a freight train and scores on a pass ball. Tony Green strikes out to end the inning. Camden Fairview gets a couple across here in the top of the 3rd inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Scoreboard is incorrect and confuses me. So Camden Fairview believe got 2 across in that inning. I believe it ought to be 5-3. Michael Betts on the hill now for Camden Fairview. And Michael Betts up 0-2. The Dequeen hitter. Oh, 2 pitch from Michael Betts. Curveball. Looked good to me.
I guess they got a swing today.
2 balls, 1 strike. I'm sorry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch missed somewhere. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Michael Betts rings him up.
Good try, Daniel.
And that ball in the dirt bounces over the catcher to the backstop. Ball 1 to number 22.
Just take close off right there.
1-1. Here's your count. 1 out. And swinging, that's a fly ball left field. And Carson Massey under it for the out. Two balls, no strikes. Three one count now. Pitch a little low. And number 15 draws a walk. Brings number 30 to the plate for the Dequeen Leopards. 2 outs in the inning. And that pitch in for a strike. Daniel Chambers throwing down to first, and the runner back in time. And that pitch high. Chambers throws to second, and he's in safe. Full count to the Dequeen batter. 2 outs. Camden Fairview like to get out of this inning without any runs across from Dequeen. Bottom of the second inning. And throws back over to second. Not in time. Full count. Payoff pitch on the way. And jammed him. And he was defending himself there, fighting for his life. Rang those hands. His Dequeen batter still shaking his hands, try to get the feeling back. Good pitch by Betts. And payoff pitch again on its way. Curveball rings him up for the third out of the inning. Dequeen's going to leave Leopards all over the bases. No runs across. And headed to the top of the third inning. Camden Fairview 5, Dequeen 3. Jason Wolf to lead it off for Camden Fairview here, top of the third inning.
I don't think he played. I don't think he played his first. He's 40. That's why we don't want to be stiff on the man.
First pitch misses to Wolf. A 1 ball, no strikes.
Senior JV night or something.
2-0 now. And that ball's high. 3-0 is your count.
No. There's like 3 foot up his head.
Wolf may be swinging away here if he gets a good pitch. And that ball's down. That's going to send Wolf to first base. Leadoff runner for the Cardinals on here in the top of the third. Going to bring Brody Dow to the plate. And Brody Dow swinging at the first pitch, fouls it behind the plate.
It's very methodical. Yep, exactly. Yes. There's no fluidity to it at all. What's I doing? I'm not riding the bus.
And Brody Dow fouls the second pitch over to the third base
Let
side.
that ball travel, pole to pole.
0-2 count. And ball back over to first base.
0-2 hit run. Here we go, Mark.
And throw down to second, not in time. Almost decapitated the pitcher.
I was standing the pole right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jason Wolf on second base for the Cardinals. Camden Fairview leading 5-3. That ball in the dirt, and Wolf gonna go down to third base. That pitch fouled up behind the plate, and it's going to be out of play. Count remains 2-2. That ball high in the zone. Full count now to Brody Dow. And Brody Dow swings at a high pitch, drop third strike, throws down to first, gets Dow at first. Michael Betts to the plate now for the Cardinals. First pitch to Michael Betts in the dirt, ball 1. And that pitch high in the zone. And that pitch, curveball, in for a strike. 2-1.
Sit down the hand.
That pitch in for a strike. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch. In the dirt. Brings Ben Davis up for the Cardinals. Runners at the corners.
Did you really? Oh my gosh. That's the second pitch. I'm just like, was it? I thought it was the first potentially. Oh my lord. That's funny. I'm sorry. It's on that man.
First pitch to Ben Davis. Low. Michael Betts goes down to second base on the pitch. No attempt to pick him off from the catcher. And Ben Davis swings, hits that ball to the shortstop and drops the ball.
He's like, ain't nobody gonna give it.
Jason Wolf started home and turned around and went back, started back again, but he is at third base. Base is full of Cardinals. Ben Davis at first, Michael Betts at second, Jason Wolf at third brings number 25, Matthew Reynolds, to the plate. And swinging at the first pitch, Reynolds hits it through the legs of the second baseman. That brings Wolf home, and Michael Betts coming around to score. 2 runs across on the single.
Exactly. Might be the only one. Yeah.
Andrew Chambers swinging at the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike to Chambers. And that ball is low, and Ben Davis going to third base. Stolen base, the ball over the head of the third baseman.
It's 3-2-2 right now. Of course, it's not the fourth inning either.
7-3 now, Camden Fairview leading. And swinging and hits it back to the pitcher and throws it home for the out. Andrew Chambers safe at first. Runners at the corners, Camden Fairview. Elijah Scantlin at the plate. Swing and miss.
What's that ball? Head still.
That pitch high in the zone.
Hey, hit 'em ball, Lee. Barrel up.
One ball, no strikes to Elijah Scantling. And that ball hits the ground. And Matthew Reynolds come home to score. That's going to be 3 runs across. And going to bring Dequeen back to the plate. Bottom of the third, Michael Betts back on the hill for the Cardinals. And fouled off. 0-2 count to the Dequeen hitter. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Michael Betts to get the strikeout. One away now in the bottom of the third inning. Number 7 is the batter for Dequeen.
Yes, that's what I did. I remember that. You don't talk about it. Close it front side.
Pitch from Betts is in the dirt. Runner at first now for Dequeen. And that pitch misses somewhere. Well, 1 ball, no strikes to number 12 is the Dequeen hitter. And low in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes.
Close the front side off.
Two 0 count. Michael Betts delivers and pitches in for a strike. And the ball gets away from the catcher. He gets it back, throws down, and gets him at second. The runner decided to go after the ball kind of popped out of Chambers' glove, and Chambers picks him up, shoots him down at second base. So 2 outs. 2 balls, 1 strike to the hitter now. And jammed him up, hit up the middle to Ben Davis, and the runner is going to be safe. I thought Betts was going to field it, and it went past him. Ben Davis, playing on the outfield grass, had to come way in and field it. The throw over, not in time.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. And that pitch in for a strike. Betts strikes him out to end the game. Camden Fairview going to pull out the JV game 7-3. And that'll be all from Dequeen. Camden Fairview back in action